Okay, so good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back in today's class. Yesterday, we discussed about the CMDB. What is CMDB? What is CI? What is asset? What is the difference between CI and a asset? And finally, we saw that if I create a CI, which we created a computer class, how the asset will be created. Okay, and then we try to identify that what are the mapping fields available which work in the background. So I'm sure you guys get some time yesterday and you go through some mapping tables. Kunal, Bhumi, Ditona, Laura, Sneha. Did you guys do some R&D or it's all the blank page?
It's kind of blank only. Those a lot of
Come
work is
on.
going on here. Sorry for that. That I'm busy with little bit productions.
Hmm. Okay. So what we saw, let's go back for a quickly on that area. Let me open the computer class here. Okay. And base item computers with the global, that's fine. Okay. And LNG. So now you can see both assets has been created. So let me open this. So what we want to be discussed now, that what are the parameters has been defined. Okay. What are the parameter has been defined which is making the changes on the CI and the asset. Let me open this. New record. Okay. So if I change something here, maybe in one of the field, then my fields on the CI also get changed. See, suppose it is for the end user perspective, doesn't matter. He is not bothered that what logic you are mentioned in the background. But it is matter for us as a consultant, and we should know that how these things are actually working or has been defined. Only then you will be able to do that part. Okay. So to do that part, ServiceNow created 3 mapping tables in the background. Okay. ServiceNow created 3 mapping table in the background, and they say that if you want to use, you can use. If you want to change something, you can do. But I'll not recommend to make any changes there. Why? Because to do the changes here is completely driven by some logics. So today, for the first half, we are going to be discuss that part, and then we'll go for the reporting of the CMDB and the principles of the CMDB. Okay, so let me go here and search for the mapping table. You can see these 3 mapping: 1, 2, and 3. We will discuss about these 3. The first mapping table say asset and CI field mapping. What it say that how the fields of CI has been related with the asset. If you make a change in asset, it will change in the CI. Let's say example that if I let's go to asset. I'll put parent, or maybe I put department. Okay, and I save it. Let's see is this value has been changed on the CI or not. Department field not on the form, no problem. Let's reload this page. What changes we done here? Okay, no problem. Okay, let's reload this and let's check the XML part. Department display ITS. It has been working. Now the question comes, Atul, how this linkage has been working? See, this is just a table, nothing else. There's no logic has been defined here. No, there's no logic. It just says that which field of asset has been mapped to which field of configuration item. Asset tag map to asset tag, assign to map to assign to, check-in map to check-in, department map to department, due is map to due. But still the main logic is missing. How the changes has been working. Correct? Everybody agree on me or not? By seeing the table, that's fine. Atul, okay, serial number map to serial number. But where is the actual logic? Who's driving this particular functionality? Got my point? Any doubt till this point here? Any doubt? Any question? Laura, Kane, Kunal, Bhumi, Deepika, Kachi, Detona.
No, no doubt.
Okay. Now, if I go here and let me search a concept called the business rule, which we will discuss in our scripting part. Okay. Business rule. And let me open the this one, business rules. Okay. Only one business rule are there, and you can go ahead and search for the sync. See, these things come only from experience, I'm telling you. So like this auto sync user for accessible, not for this. CMDB, CSGM data. Wait, I'll tell you which one I am using here. Asset. How much the account? 26. Okay, let me see. Primary, consumer, customer, delete, insert, move. Not this, not this. Not this. Wait, let me check here that what is the correct name. Assets, CI sync, business rule name. This will create CI on insert. Update this. There's a 5 business rules handle asset CI synchronization. Okay, let me pick up this word. Not this one. No. I'm missing that one. Okay, that is called the script include. Okay. Let me open. There's a one concept called the script include as well. Script include system definition. This one. Need to find out that what is the exact name for this one. No. This one, FMCA synchronization, right? This one. So this is the script which run in the background. Okay. And this script has been created by ServiceNow. They have a complete code, let it be load completely. So now you can see here. What this script do actually, this is very important. What this script do actually, it says that boss, in this particular script, I have 3 tables, asset and CI field mapping. First one. Okay. Second, asset based CI state mapping. State this one. And at the last, asset hardware, sorry, this one, status mapping, this one. And at last, asset hardware mapping. Okay, this one. So this particular script use these 3 tables only. That is the number first point. Nothing to be worried. We are not going to do a deep dive in this. Okay, but it will help you to understand that how the code has been changed properly. Okay, how the code has been working in the background. So now if I say update the fields destination required with the information from the source, It means that this is being used to update the record from this to this, or from this to this table, or this particular form with update source destination. So it picks up the values from there. And how it's mapped, it checks the sys ID. That the sys ID of this pick up this and go and map in the ALM hardware table and find out the sys ID of this only, and then try to update the logic in the background. This is very, very important. Maybe we'll see something in the later on as well. But as of now, you can see that this is the table and this is the script. Script include work on that part. Now, one more thing which we saw yesterday, which I say that Atul, how the asset has been created. Let's see, it's a business rule or it's a script include. Oh my God, it's not possible. Let me see here. I want to show you that particular code so that you can understand. Create asset business rule in ServiceNow. This is not the one. Yeah, this one, enabling ServiceNow support. Let's see. Okay, let's see what they want to tell us. Remediation, because unless you will not see this thing, you will not able to understand. If the create asset on this one, then this rule one, business will create asset on insert, create asset on insert. Let me try to find out. This one, create asset on insert. As soon as you insert the data in CI form, an asset has been created for you. We will discuss this business rule concept, but as of now, if I come to the advanced here, because business rules script include are purely on the coding part. There's nothing like you can do the drag and drop. No, it is here now. And it is calling the sync property here. Is the asset required for CI? This is the important which I told you the yesterday, right? I told you that tell me how many classes are there which asset for them the asset has been created. So this thing is available in this area. Let me see. The function is yes, Alt and click on this. It will open a new window. Or control what? Sometime it take time. So like this. This is the code which helps you to understand that for which CI class we need an asset on the place. Being a consultant, nothing is required for us as of now. I can clearly say. But if you want to do little deep dive, then these logics will help you to understand asset and CI. And how this works, it works on the CMDB model category. Let me try to find out. Asset. Hardware assets. I'm finding on something which can help us to understand fixed asset, not this hardware assets. There's a table, I guess, which says that which classes will become under this particular area. Okay. Where the business will go on here. Okay. So it will help you to verify and then it will create a asset for you. It mentions considering only CI for the same class. Till that reason it take time to create a asset because all this logic need to be done in the background. Multiple scripts running in the background. It doesn't mean sometimes it say okay I created but it's not be creating. No, it will create, but it will take some time because see a lot of logic has been defined in the background. If I find out here, able to find out what class of assets will be created in service now. This is the homework which I gave you actually, so that you can understand. Product model, this one. Product catalog, product model, model categories. Let me show. Let me go here. Model categories. See, this is the one which I'm looking for. It says that total 129. Now, if you want to do, let's do one thing. CI classes CMDB underscore CI. Almost all are the same only. Nothing new. Right? So for these classes, it's 110. For these classes, asset will be created. Or if I can say asset class, let me do this thing, show matching. Sorry, this one. Only for 24 classes are there for which ServiceNow creating the asset automatically. Now you can see these are the 24 classes. This was one of the question I gave to you guys to find out. And this is called the model categories. Nowadays, ServiceNow bringing everything on the model perspective. Like we have a concept of the change model. We have a product model, these models only. So now the question comes, Atul, can I add any new class here? You can add, I have no issues. But will it work or not? I have no idea properly because that's required completely logic part. So now like IP phone, let me go here and search for the IP phone. Why am I not able to see IP phone? Oh, maybe that is a bit disabled or something. So this is one of the things which you had to be remembered. And all the assets will be created in the ALM hardware class. So now if I open this computer, it says that for all these categories, this rule will be applicable. Now, how ServiceNow work? When you click on the computer class, go and fill this detail. You click on the submit. First of all, it go and check this model. That in the model, is it mentioned that we need to create a class for this? If yes, then it will go for this business rule. Create asset. In that, it will go for the asset and CI relationship. And there it go and call the script, include this one, synchronization part. Clear fundamental now? Everyone, any doubt, any question? Be clear, this is purely technical part. But you should understand because if you are going to be work as a configuration manager, then you should know these things in detail, that from where the logics are running, from where the things are not working properly. Yes, guys, any further question, doubt, clarification required on this?
No
Laura,
question.
Bikola, Avi, Kachi,
No
Kunal. Okay,
No.
good. Now let's come to the second important point. Okay, so we're done asset and CI field mapping. Okay, we're going to do CI status mapping. And the last one is hardware state mapping. Now I tell you a thumb rule here very, very, very carefully. This conclusion I drawn after my lot of R&D, and I have a record as well for the same. In service now, at a given point of time, either this will work or either this will work. See, now the point is that, Atul, what is the difference between these two? Let me show you here. Now come to this point. This is, and you will not believe, I was taking one interview. He was certified person. He's CMDB certified. And I asked him, what do you mean by what is the meaning of the status field on the CI? He's not able to explain me. Now I give you one example. Let's take, I have a car. It has been said that car life is 15 years as per government policies. Okay, people from India know this thing, and everybody else can assume this part. Okay, now this car is a CI for me, and it is a asset for me. Asset because it has the money, CI because it helping me to travel and providing me the services. After 15 years, now listen very carefully. After 15 years, this car is not allowed on the road. Okay, after 15 years, this car is not allowed on the road. So I need to be retired. But is this mean that my asset also gone completely, or no money value has been associated with them? Let me repeat. What should be the state of an asset now? Is it working, or it is not working, or retired, or sold, or decommissioned? What do you think that what will be the asset state here? Kunal.
Retire.
Decommission.
Sorry? Decommission. Okay. What else? Kechi, what do you think? What should be the asset state? Think, put your thoughts here, guys. Don't be silent. This class is not for the silent. This one is not for the silent only.
Atul, I feel this will be retired, but
What one?
after 15
CI or
years,
asset?
Asset.
Asset, you say retire. Okay. Okay, ठीक है. Then after 15 years?
It will still be working. Like, as per government policy, we cannot get the car on the road, but it's not necessarily that it is not working. It should be working, but we cannot get it on the road.
Correct.
So we have to decommission maybe.
We have to. But because this asset has a monetary, asset means something has a monetary, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to be decommissioned. You need some money in the return.
Yeah.
Correct? Then what you will do? You will sold out somewhere you will sold out.
Yeah.
Maybe the scrap,
Parts of the car
guy,
also.
maybe some industry you say who took the old cars and all the things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So now you guys have a very clear understanding. So possibly asset status can be retired, can be working. Maybe you're not using it, but it doesn't mean that your car is not useful now. You still have a car in your property. You can say, yes, this car belongs to me, but you cannot use on the road. That is another thing. So this is very important that on this CI form, if you see status and hardware status, these both are the two different concepts. This status, in general, we call it as an install status. This thing. Don't be confused if someone say, okay, what is the install status on service? And CI form. Install status tell about the CI status. Hardware status tell about the asset status. Now, if I put the status as retired and hardware as the pending repair, do you think that it will work? हाँ तो retire है तो pending repair किस बात का हो सकता है, right? So service now say that on a CI form, if you want to do this or this sync up with this form, this form, only one will work at a given point of time. Either you can sync install status with the asset, or either you can sync hardware status with the asset, but not both at a given point of time. This is one of the knowledge article in ServiceNow website. I'll give you that article. I request each and every one, because this is the only major chunk we have to be doing here. Please go through that article very carefully. Install status, status, sync in CI and asset, ServiceNow knowledge article. Maybe this one. Let me see. This one only. See, wow, you have visited this page 5 times. So smart is Google now. Let me pick up something which can help you here. Yes, this is. So now let me draw it. Then we can start discussion on this part. What it says that on a as a human being, what I need, I want asset and CI synchronization. That we saw, it was working fine, right? I said asset to hardware, okay, that is also working fine. CI to asset and hardware to asset, only one thing will be used. See, 1 and 2 working fine. Wish list, only one, either 3 or 4 currently can be used. Some company says, I want to track only hardware status. Then they disable the code for this. Some company says, I want to do only CI status. Then they disable hardware status code. And where I done all this R&D. Let me put this in the chat window. Please, please, please. It's a very, very humble request to everyone. Go through this particular article carefully. You will find actually what you want to achieve. Let me give it here now. Wow, after a long time we have a good house. Not a full house, but still it's a good house. Okay, so what they're saying that if you want to make either 3 or 4 working, then you have to change your code. What code? Go to this particular script only. This one which we're discussing now. It's gone. This one. Go and make a change in this code. Don't change anything in instance. In my instance, if you want to make a change, you can do it. What code you have to do? This is your current code here, right? Go and just make a code in this, add this line. What it's saying? It's saying, what is the current code? Let me show you. This one. Okay. It says CI hardware status changes not equal to CI hardware substatus changes. Then sync update. It says, boss, I guess this one. Yes. Sorry, this one. It says that every time if I update, it should pick up this only. But if you want to make a change, then you have to add the precedence on the top of that. That instead of this, it should take a precedence of this. Let's find out this code. Maybe I already done these changes in my code as well. This is all about learning, guys. Nothing is that. Oh, where I should find out. There's an option of find as well. I forget. This one. Need to find out. Let me copy paste this code. Now let's scroll home and try to find out this code. This is the only point which I need to be discussing in this particular topic now. Here. See. Right? So if you want to make sure that hardware status should take a precedence, then you have to make a change in the code. Okay, and what code you have to do? This is the code has been given by ServiceNow support. So that's totally up to you. But read this article completely. Your mind will be open like anything. Now I come to this part. See, it is a very old one. Last update is a month old, but it's very old. Very old. This link is very old. Okay, read this. Read about this link as well. I give you this one. See, people are facing the issue during the Kingston as well, a long back. Read these two articles. Now let me come back to our fundamentals here. Okay, this one. So it says asset state, asset substate, configuration item, and sync. Asset state. Let me see what do you mean by the asset state. I go here this one. They're talking about this one. Asset state, substate, and configuration item status. Asset to configuration item only. Means if you make anything, any change in state or substate by this combination, let me do in transit and pending disposal. Asset, right? State is in transit and pending disposal. What is the state of my configuration item? This one. Let's see what happened now. Then let's come back. In stock and disposable. How this come now? How this value come? Let me go here. In stock. If you want to see Atul, that's how this is be working. Substatus, you can edit substatus here as well if they are available. Substatus is there. No, they don't have a substatus now. Now I tell you one more thing important. In transit, pending disposal. Go to the next table now. Hardware mapping. Anything change in the hardware? Yes. It become this thing. Right? Now I'll show you this thing. In transit, pending disposable. This one in transit disposable. What it's showing? Disposable. It means this substatus is for this one. Let me do little correction here so that you can easily understand. All are confused or not? Tell me guys, all are confused or not? Yes or no? Ha or na?
Yeah, we're just
Nicola,
following.
Kane. Yes, good.
I said we're just following. We're observing.
Just observe. That's fine. but try to read these tables. So now you will be confused. Atul, we are taking the, okay, let me close this. It is not required. Let me close this. This is not required. Let me close this. Not required. Let me close this. It's not required. So now maybe you have a question. These are also not required now. Important points has been given to you. Not required. Not required. This one. So now you see what we done. We updated only asset state and substate. It's making a change in my configuration item in stock here. But it updated my hardware status as well. How this come? It comes from the here only. Now let me do one thing. Retired, let's say both. This one, let's take this example. In configuration item, I'll put retired and sold. Retired. What is substatus of this? Let me say substatus, not this one. Let me do one more thing. One more field is be missing here. Substatus. It is very, very interesting topic. Installed. Substatus is not there, kya? Maybe something wrong I'm doing here. There's a one field available, substatus, for this one as well. Okay, let's put in stock. Okay, and save it. Any changes happen? No. Why? Because for this, we don't have a substatus here. Configurable item substatus not available here. Let me see what field they have. Hardware substatus, subcategories. No, they don't have this field. No idea that from where they'll be getting this substatus. I'm not getting the substatus at least. Okay, so in short, what I want to tell you guys, that these are the things which are important for us to understand, that how this mapping works. 1 and 2. Now, if I say both on order, configuration say on order. Okay. On order and save. No changes has been done here. Why? Because the reason can be because my hardware status is already something different, which is not help me to understand my table here. It's so much confusing, but only these things will help you to understand that how it's been working for us. Asset to configuration item. It's making the blank. Let go to asset, and it's a consumed. Oh, there's no consumed here. Then how it will work? Asset state consume, but we don't have asset state consumed here. No, let me try to find out some more fields available or not. This one is the state. Substate. Save. Let's see now what happened. This one. Not here. Consumed also not here as well. Maybe something different. Okay. Now, okay, before I proceed further, any doubt, any question till this point? All clear, everyone? Or you think that it's little confusing? Because in this particular CMDB part, more than the practical, you have to understand the basic fundamentals only. Okay. Now let's go to the here. Now every asset has a lot of things to be mapped, and these are the sections given for this. It is journal. If you want to add the financials, you can do it here. Disposal, like this. Depreciation, every year you'll be getting a depreciated, right? Contracts, that under which contract I am giving this particular asset to that particular person. Entitlement, who can use this particular asset, and all the activity logs are there. And you can load this related list and you can find out little more. Okay, these things generally we did not consider, but this is important from the finance perspective. See, if you are working in a company and you say, I need a MacBook, you get a MacBook, but how this MacBook reach to you? All these things are be gathered here. Purchase hai, lease hai, rental hai, loan hai, expense type, capex hai, opex hai. I'll not go in these details because that is completely different. Disposal, after 20 years when I dispose, how much I'm getting a resale value. Depreciation, every year 5% depreciation I'm giving. Under which contract? Maybe you're working for X company or X client and that have a contract. Entitlement, this is only and only applicable for the senior manager and above only. So a lot of things are there. And I'm requesting again, don't just be on my words only. Go and try to explore this field. Open this, find out that what this heartbeat is showing to me. What happened? Okay. Only then you will be able to understand that what exactly it is we mentioning here. Try to add more related list to find out that what other related lists can help here. I want to see that how many incident has been raised for this asset, how many changes has been raised for this asset, where I can go and find out. Asset I'm seeing, maybe CI I'm seeing. Let me go and open it. Like this. These are the main and rest are the other components installed on this particular computer. DNS name, serial number, running processes, software installed, file system, a lot of things are there. I want to see how many incident has been raised for this particular CI. You can say, Atul, go to the incident record and find out. But is it possible to edit here something? Try at your side. Click on the dashboard. And it will give us a different picture now. Only about this particular CI. This is given by ServiceNow out of the box. Completeness, compliance, and correctness. Three basic fundamentals of CMDB. Whenever any audit happened on the CMDB perspective, these three principles has been used. So now you can see change, incident, task, link on this one, this CI. Okay, let me do this part because this is important to understand. This question has been asked to me in the interview. Do you know that what are the parameters of a CMDB audit? I said I have little idea, but I was not confident. I said yes, I know. There is 3 C's: completeness, compliance, or correctness. What do you mean by the completeness? Any idea what do you mean by the word completeness here? Yes, Sneha, go ahead. Go ahead. Sneha, what do you mean by the word completeness? Deepika,
It's not missing anything.
sorry,
It's true.
it is missing anything.
It's not. Yeah, it's not missing. If it's complete, it's not missing something. That's what.
Okay. Example? Example.
We consider it as a progress bar.
As a progress bar. No. We're talking about the data.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in sense of like the rest of how much data we completed, kind of we can get the idea. Means what is the completion and what need to be done actually.
नहीं नहीं कुणाल, थोड़ा सा और इसको रिफाइन करिए. Bikola, what do you mean by the word completeness here? Completeness says that what are the minimum to raise or to create this CI. Let's say example that I want to book a ticket. Okay. I want to book an air ticket. What the minimum I require for the booking air ticket? Name, email, phone number. Correct? And age. Correct? Do I need address? Do I need his PAN card number? Do I need father's name? Definitely no. But to book an air ticket, if I don't have this thing, can I book an air ticket? Can I book an air ticket? Yes or no?
No.
Yes,
No.
correct. It means to book that air ticket, I need at least these 4 fields. What value you are putting? If you're putting I'm still fine because it has some value. It is a complete record. That is the second principle come into the picture. That is called the correctness. That the data you are putting is correct or no. AA is not a valid name. It is Atul. Email ID a.b@c.com. It is complete but not correct. It is complete but not correct. 100 years. Again, complete but not correct. So what ServiceNow say that your CI should be complete. No missing data should be there. And correctness. The data you are putting should be 100% correct. Kunal got the point now?
Yeah, like as you mentioned, like what are the minimal data we need to at least?
Correct. I'm not talking about the ServiceNow completeness. No, I'm just talking about the CI completeness. And what the compliance says, you can attend my class only if you understand English clearly. You can attend my class if you are more than 18 years old. That is the compliance. The data I am putting in my CI is a compliant or not. Atul is correct, is a complete, but it is not as per the compliance. Why? Because person name should be first name plus surname. This is compliance. This is compliance. So I just open this dashboard just to show about the one thing only. Remember, in interview, it will not go that deep, but it can be asked to you that what do you mean by the complete compliance and correctness here. Clear, everyone? Any doubt, any question? Go ahead. Sarah, Avi, Deepika, Kechi, Laura, Sneha, Kane, Ankit, Kunal, Bhumi, and Didona. Any doubt, any question? These are the fundamentals you have to be remembered. Yes, guys, tell me.
No.
All clear, right?
No.
Yes. Okay.
Now, on this CMDB part, I am going on the last topic. And tomorrow we will start with the CSDM model. Now, let's take example. I want to deploy a change on in production. Okay, let's not take this. Take another example. March 2022, a month of in this month we have a kids exams. Okay, Kunal kid is elder now, 6-7 years old, and doing his study. Okay, Kunal is working in a financial company. They have a year end on 31st of March. Wife is working in a CA company. They have a audits on the 31st March. Short, complete family is busy. Kunal father came to Kunal house and say, hey Kunal, let's do the whitewash in house. Kunal says, yes, good idea. Even I'm thinking, but I don't want to do it in the month of March. Kunal father says, why? It's a good weather. It's be good option. It's a good month. You can go for this one. Number one, Kunal says, I am busy. Wife is busy. Kid has. Right? Everyone understood this example till now? Yes or no? Everyone understood this example, right? Now the question comes, how these things matter, or how you are able to identify that one whitewash is going to be impact 3% in a house. This concept is called the relationship. And to see the relationship, we have a dependency graph in ServiceNow. Now take example, if I want to deploy a change on X server. Okay, if I take another example, suppose in your laptop, you have updates are coming, but you know that after 10 minutes, I have my final exam. Will you reboot your laptop at the same time, or you will wait for half an hour and then go for the reboot, or maybe after the exam? What you will do?
After the exam.
After the exam. Why?
Yes, there are risk factor. Might be take more than 10 and
Okay.
it's not started. So
There's a risk factor, plus you see that if I reboot it now, it can delay my exam, it can impact my laptop performance, it can give me frustration as well.
Yeah.
Right? It means you build a relationship in your mind about all these things. Correct? So in ServiceNow also, we have to build a relationship of the CIs. Yesterday you saw, right, CI class manager, right? We saw that CI class manager, how it's worked. Let me show you here. I said, let's take example that this laptop is not a laptop, it is a server for me. I want to build a relationship of this server. Go here and click on this plus icon. As per the class you are selecting, the relationship will be appear by a service now. That you can build a lot of relationship. My wife gave a birth to a boy. As soon as that boy came in the world, multiple relationship has been built up. I'm his father, my wife is his mother, my parents is grandmother, grandfather, my in-laws become grandmother, grandfather, my wife, sister, brother, sister-in-law become Masi in that case, my brother become Chacha in that case. So how the relationship has been changing. This is all about the relationship. And when we have a big function, we invite everyone. We saw a date that, okay, all the kids in my family can come for this event. This is all about relationship. It gives a dependency to us. It builds us to give a dependency. Okay, so now you can see a lot of options are there. It is up to you how you want to build up a relationship. And on the basis of that, it will give you the things in the down. Let me say like this. Click on the add. I want to change a relationship. I want to relationship of the used by. So now you can see this has been changed. Used by, okay, put this and this. Plus. I want to change the relationship. Consumes. Parents. Okay, I said class. Let me change the class now. I say access server, this thing, and this thing, and click on the plus. Now come here. As per the relationship, the parent is changing. When I say consume, then this is the parent, and these are the child is consuming this parent. When I say depends, this is the child. It depends on this particular parent. Now you have a question, Atul, it is so confusing. Let me show you some graphical representation here. And now click on this icon. Dependency graph is must in the change management. Now what we done is available here. Now you can see we have a computer because what relationship it is using? We have to see the relationship here, but you can find out here easily. Then this is the class. See, this is the two side. Rest are the one-sided only. So this way we have built a big relationship here. Now, if you deploy a change on this server, and if this go down, all the upper will be impacted, right? Or all the lower will be impacted. If I make a change on this application, then this will be working fine, but the lower one will be impacted. This also impacted, this also impacted. This is the example which we discussed just now, these things. If I put a whitewash here, let's say whitewash marriage. If I do the whitewash here, then all the things will be disturbed. If I put a marriage here and that marriage is very far in my relationship, no impact on me. Let's proceed like that. So you can see that this manner as well. Any way you want to make it, you can do it. But you should know that how to create a relationship. If you want to add more relationship, you can click. And this is called is the BSM. Business Service Management. This one. Sorry, business service map. It helps you to find out that how a CI is depend on what other CI. See, now let me change this parent. I'll put this. Add and see. Now just reload this. Now see how big it is. This is the actual IT infrastructure, like this only. For you, it is a laptop, but for company, it is a big infra in the background. Data centers are there, right? This thing. So read about this BSM as well. That what this BSM do actually. It is a good concept of this thing. The point is that if you want to build your career in service now CMDB area specifically, then you have to go through these options very carefully. You have to understand these concepts very carefully. Otherwise, it's going to be tough for you. Now maybe you can put the maximum length. I say 4. Means up to 5 level you want to see, you can do it. Everything is default here. Custom setting names you want to do. Anything you want to make it change here. You want to add all this information, you can do it. Fit to screen. So like this you can do. Clear everyone, any doubt, any question, any clarification required? Yes, go ahead. Avi, Kunal. Who all are dropped off? Yes, go ahead guys, go ahead.
Well,
All fine? Everybody, Catchy, Laura, Bhumi, Bukola. Bukola dropped off. Come on. Okay.
Good, I'm good.
Great. So this is what I want to be discussed today specifically on the CMDB part. Okay. Only this, see, I know this much which I'm sharing with you. CMDB is more than practical, it's a theoretical part. Until unless you will not clear on your fundamentals, it is tough for you to move forward. Okay. So if no further question, let me stop recording here.